Yo, 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 what's going on, everyone? What up, what up? It's your girl, Audie, getting at you guys with another Audie's Art Struggles a podcast live on Twitter, X Spaces. That's a lot to say. What up? I am getting at you guys from my bed. I don't care. I don't care right now. All I care about is just resting, putting everything aside, and just leaving it there. And yeah. So, okay. Hi, babe. We got just right. Um, so, oh, I feel like I'm gonna be editing this one. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna put this on the art struggles on YouTube and Spotify. I don't know. Who knows? Might have to do a re-recording. Um, I don't know, but let's just get into it. So the topic or the title of this live is stressing until time. Why though? Oh man. Okay, so of course you guys know Audie stresses. Audie is stressing out right now. Always stressing. And don't do what I do. Like don't stress, like for me, I stress about the most stupid fucking things. If you guys um go to x.com/Miss DJ Hoodie, I did put like, why do we give a fuck about the stupid things, the stupid shit? And you guys probably know already that I stress a lot while doing the Re-Up podcast. And if you guys don't know or haven't checked out the Re-Up, that is a podcast that I created to, I guess, podcast while doing deliveries. Stressing until time. I have a block this evening, a Amazon shift. And I was telling my mother this morning that, like, what's so crazy is that, okay, so me and my mom were kicking it at like 9, 10 o'clock this morning. The time right now is 1 o'clock Mountain Standard Time. And I was telling her between 9 and 10, I was like, Mom, like, this is so stupid. I don't understand why I do this. Like, it is 9, 10 o'clock. My shift does not start until 5:30. And I start, I want to, leave the house at like 4:30, right? Yesterday I was early to my block. It was so dumb. But anyways, I thought it started at 5 when really it started at 5:30. But I told my mom, I said, I stress out from 9, 10 o'clock in the morning all the way till 4:30 to 5:30. I'm stressing. 9 o'clock in the morning, and I don't need to leave for my job until 4:30. I got no fucking words. It's so stupid. Like, I am stressing until time. And it's like, why though? Now, if you guys are wondering how all this ties into the art struggles, well, first of all, it is a struggle. Second, I can't do my art like that. And I told my mom, I said, I'm just sitting tight. Like I'm sitting tight from 9 to 4 fucking 30. I'm sitting tight. Like I'm tense. Like I'm just sitting there, just tense. And there's like no movement. Like so fucking stupid. I'm telling you. Like there is a lot of things to do between 9 o'clock in the morning to 4:30 p.m. I could be fixing my bed. I could be, doing chores. I could be like I could go to the gym and like, stay loose and I could go to Home Depot and like, checking out the oops paint section and, there's just things, right, that I could do between 9 and 4:30 p.m. Like I don't think you guys understand how serious this is. And I mean, except for maybe artists. I almost oh my gosh, be quiet, babe. Be quiet. Now it's not the time. But I know or I have seen artists sit and ponder their next project. They sit and ponder their next idea, their next creation, whether it's like me, wondering, pondering the next color palette. Once you have that down, what design or, what medium you're going to use? Are you going to use acrylic paint? Are you going to use oil, um, chalk or pastel? Just whatever. And the process itself, it is a process. Sometimes you just run into problems and, but as it's happening, it's not a stressful thing, like when you run into problems as when you're actively doing it. Um, but getting started on a piece, excuse me, a lot of people don't get this, but a blank white canvas is very intimidating for an artist. We just don't like, we're scared to put down the first layer or whatever. That's when artists come in with their tips like, oh, if you're, don't let a white canvas intimidate you from starting something. That is why they're like, start by toning your canvas, and toning is just putting like a light wash of any color on the canvas. That way it's like, there you go. Now you can start. Now you can, you don't have to worry about the white blank looking at you. When you have a wash, you have um, patterns and textures of the paint bristles and, all of that. And it's just whatever color, and it kind of, well, it changes everything. It changes your, it's not so intimidating anymore. And it's like getting to that point. Like, I don't work, in my opinion, I don't work like other artists do, where they could just, dabble and, just, they just let the paint and the bristles fly onto the canvas. Like, I can't, I just don't work like that. And it's like, you don't stress though. You don't stress about that, you know. And I stress like I can't get over that. It's crazy. So okay, the time right now is about, you know, 1:10. Oh my god, I cheated. I cheated, babe. He knows what I'm talking about. See, like I'm laying on the bed right now, and I told Just Rob, I was like, yeah, I'm thinking about going to Home Depot, checking out some paint. But I'm laying here in my bed, sitting tight until 4:30. Okay, so what can I do in 3.5 hours? I don't look at this as a waste of time because it is contributing to the art struggles. It's contributing to the art aspects, right? Because this is, if you guys are artists and you don't suffer the way that maybe some of us suffer when we're, when we have, kind of like a 9 to 5, because we need something to finance our art, right? um you guys are fucking lucky. Okay. But it's still contributing and talking about these things amongst and to one another. So I'm not looking at this as a waste. But like within the 3.5 hour mark until I gotta leave, I could go to Home Depot and check out some paint to keep myself um from, keeping my body limber, and just to enjoy a good walk, enjoy, movement in your body. Go to the gym, and after that it's like, maybe focus on getting some marks down on a canvas. And then it would be time to maybe start getting ready to go to, get back to your modern day life, because I think art is a spiritual thing. And to me, that's an important thing. But I think we do lose touch, our spiritual touch, doing something that you love to do, that you're very passionate about, and ultimately makes you happy. Like, to me, that's a spiritual thing. That's something between, you know, you and yourself and your works. The modern life stresses the fuck. But the how I'm doing it, yes, it is very wrong. It is wrong because I should not sit tight and stress up until, because it's just more stress after I clock in, and then, doing all the motions and the requirements that I got to do this modern job. And what's fabulous is that this evening my block is from 5:30 to 10 p.m., but I also only have about 4 hours of sleep at 3 o'clock to make my 4 o'clock, my 4 a.m. block tomorrow. Sorry, babe. But yes, that is the truth. So my shift ends at 10 p.m. and I have to clock in tomorrow morning at 4 in the morning. So I only have like a few hours of sleep. Um, what keeps me going is the like I've done it before, and just a few hours of rest, like I could get up and, go, and it's fine. That's the relief that I get. But it's like, okay, if I come home, if my shift ends at 8, what am I doing with all the rest of that time? And it's supposed to be like, that is amazing. Like, if I get home at 8 o'clock, I can like rest, maybe, excuse me, like 2, 3 hours. I can get up at 10 or 11, have a good lunch, and I could just focus on my artwork for the rest of the day and not even worry about anything. I got like 8 hours to pick up a paintbrush. No. In Audie's case, you know what Audie does? She stresses about the next fucking day that she has an Amazon block. She will stress like an entire day into the next day until the next shift. And let me tell you, that is like 24 hours of stress. If that, it's ridiculous. Why? Why though, right? Like, it's like, Audie, chill the fuck out and just do your thing. Why are we like that? I refuse to, I am the only one. And just Rob was just telling me, like, man, I feel anxious, and I'm like, I'm trying to bite my lip. Like, I know he feels me. And I don't want to, like, I want to be spiritually connected to my husband, but not like that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to stay connected to my husband if all he feels is my anxiety, my stress, and the tightness of, like, oh, I have to sit tight, like all this time before, like, I have to take off, right, to my job. Like, that's just crazy. And see, like, I'm thinking, like, I still got to get gas, and like, I could be taking care of other responsibilities right now. Because yesterday I went on my block and I had to, after dropping off like 4 packages, I was like, fuck, I need gas because my car was going out. See, like, my mind just doesn't, it's like, I can be punctual, I can be way ahead of schedule, right? Like, I'm way behind, like, I'm way ahead of the block that, like, what is today? Today is Tuesday. I'm already worrying about the block on Thursday. That's how fucked up I am. But, like, it's like, I'll do this, but I won't do this. And the things that I won't do is something that I need to do. Like, I would rather do, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the whole, I think I talked about it in my previous art struggles. You guys can go check it out here on X, or you can go to Spotify or YouTube. It's there. But I know I talked about, like, babe, like, why do I do things last minute? Like, it's like, I'd rather do things, get things done, like, get the Thursday things done first than to do the Tuesday things first. So it's kind of flip. It's just, it's crazy. But I just thought I would get on here and talk about it. If you guys feel the same way, drop it in the comments, man, and, like, tell me all about it. Fuck. It's just, I don't understand my way of thinking. And I don't think I'm like this because I like the thrill or I like the chase. Like, fuck, I'm not doing that. Like, I refuse to think that's what it is. I believe just Rob told me that. He's like, I think it's just you may like something like that pertains to that way of moving. I don't think so. Um, Again, I said it in my previous episode. I was like, do I just think it's that easy to do? That's why I'm just like, I can do that later, or like, oh, I could do that tomorrow. Like, that's like, that's nothing. But then the next day, I'm running around like frantic. Yeah, I'm gonna go now. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I have an idea of what I should be doing. And number one, I really probably should go get gas, put gas in my car. Yeah, like I might go to Home Depot. I could go to the gym and, kind of exercise my legs because this evening shift it might have me somewhere where they're gonna throw a bunch of fucking apartments at me. 2 stories, 3 stories. So it's yeah, like while laying here, I'm trying to like stretch, do some stretches in the bed and I should probably roll around on the floor. There's just a lot of things that I should be doing to take care of myself for whether it's a painting, whether it's exercise for my modern job or making large furniture pieces, because I know I talked about that in the art struggles, about making a show once a month, starting October into February of next year. So yeah, I really need to start focusing on those. So yeah, there's a lot of modern work and spiritual work to do. I have to keep up my health to do my modern job to finance my spiritual growth within my art projects. And that is the most important thing to me. And I hope you guys follow suit. Thank you all so much for listening to this live. And thank you so much for pressing play. Don't forget to add, rate, comment, subscribe, follow, and share. And I will check you guys in the next Audie's Art Struggles podcast episode.